guys, so welcome back. You're gonna notice it's a different setting, same human, same dog. We ditched the smaller human, but she's on her way. She had to do some school still. I was out and about, so I got to actually come home a little bit, and this isn't even home. What you're in, if you ever wonder, is what will eventually be our cabin gym. It's the start of something that I have out near home, so that like when I don't want to come in, I can still have access to things. And I also like to hoard gym equipment, so this works well. So what you guys got going on today? Let me get into it here. Okay. You guys have the minimal equipment, right? We're working on that running thing. I'm going for my run tonight. All right. I'll try and give you a before and after of me attempting to run. Just starting out with a mile. Minnie's going to join me on this run. We're going to start even your dogs. Remember when you're trying to get your dog to lose weight? Same thing as humans. Don't go and make them run 3-4 miles right in the beginning. You're going to kill them off, sore them up. They have joint issues most of the time, a lot bigger than any humans do. So we're going to kick off this week and get at least a mile under our belt. Mindy's going to be going along. She's going to be biking. She doesn't want to run. It's not something that she wants to do, which is cool. But we're all going to get vitamin D, and it's a beautiful day, and, well, evening almost, and it's just going to be fun and not fun all at the same time. You're going to notice I have a cool little piece in. Notice that on SportsCenter and ESPN, because ESPN is so sad right now. That was really where I used to only get my information from, because the rest of it, you don't know what to believe. And even now, but all of them all away. So if you ever need to talk to anybody, or you ever need to have to get into a Zoom meeting, plug in your dang headphones. It actually sounds pretty good. So there's your business tip of the day. You didn't know you'd get one of those. We are prepping to open for that May 1st deadline. Okay, so hang on tight. You got 10 days left of this thing, and hopefully all businesses are prepping, and we're one of those businesses that we get to open our doors. So super stoked for all of you guys to come and see it. It's a roller coaster of emotions, kind of holding through and working with it and say everything's fine, to really when you're limited of something that you really love doing, it eats at you a little bit. So I'm on the upswing, right? So what we're doing here, you guys have your 1 mile run, 1 mile walk, jog, 1 mile walk, 30-minute walk, 15-minute walk, 10-minute walk if you guys are just starting out. Whatever you can do. Pick a point to go to, turn around, come back from that point, okay? Any of those ways is just starting to build that endurance, okay? And we're all at different levels. Don't judge off of what your husband's doing, your wife's doing, your kids are doing. It doesn't matter what they're doing. Just get out there, get after it, okay? So that's the only goal with that warm-up. Get that mindset straight. Why are we here? What are we getting better at? What are we grateful for? Kind of that time, believe it or not, I used to run all the time. And that was just some of those moments where you actually get a little bit of self-reflection. You actually get to then kind of work on some of those pacing mechanisms that are involved. You might find a hill. If you really want to be a little bit more intense about it, run to that hill, go up and down it 3-4 times, run back from that hill, okay? Any of that stuff, include that warm-up. That's just bonus money, right? When I talk to people about who are trying to lose weight or they're trying to get in shape, use that warm-up. It's just bonus, okay? So that's what we want to use that as. Use the hell out of it, but try and do something just a little bit different, or a little bit faster, or a little bit of a different route than we did last week, okay? So you guys have that to do. Then you guys have, you have weighted step-ups, and then you have single leg squat to box, okay? So single leg step-ups are exactly what they sound, except for what I want you guys to focus on is I want you guys to focus on the downward portion to that movement, okay? Because I want it to be a count on the way back down, all right? So if I was to step up, the only thing I didn't prep for was stepping up. So if I was to step up, we're going to pretend I'm going to step up right on this post, lose my head for a minute. Nobody wants to see it anyway, okay? So if I step up, okay, so I'm going to take my time stepping up. Now watch on the way down. Stick my butt out. 3, 2, 1, step down, right? Ready, step up, boom. Step down, 1, 2, 3, okay? So big violent motion on the way up, slow and controlled on the way back down. Kick those hips back, make those muscles engage, stay present in the moment. Make sure you guys are getting that done, okay? Then you guys all know single leg squat to box. It's the one thing I haven't hoarded, ironically, into Franny, because it's not like we don't have enough, is boxes, okay? You guys have all done these before. Remember, you're gonna kick that butt back. Oh wait, actually, look, I can use functional things within the house. Then we can also test out old furniture versus new furniture. I'm telling you, the old stuff's better. It's way heavier. It's way more exhausting, okay? So look, everybody has chairs. Hopefully, if you don't have chairs, let me know. Obviously, I have some right here, okay? So when we do this, let's go ahead and angle this down just a little bit so you guys can see the entire motion. Get you guys a little sick there too, okay? Remember, we kick the butt out, leg, toe up, straight, okay? Then we're gonna sit down to that chair. If the chair's too big, put some books on here, okay? Again, or a kid, something like that. Anything will work, all right? So butts out, kick that butt back, sit, come back up, okay? And if you're just so amazing and that's way easy, which I think for some of you guys it's gonna be, add weights to it, okay? Dumbbells at your side, over your head, or front rack position, any of those positions. It's gonna add an element of change to it, okay? So those are gonna be your 2 strengths movements. Actually, I lied. I just wrote a whole bunch of words under that one. Then you guys have 2-arm dumbbell row, and then you have bottoms up kettlebell press. You guys are gonna notice the kettlebell press is also in a Z press format, so that means we're sitting on our butt. But first, 2-arm dumbbell row. I'll leave that there for when I squat later. I like to sit after I squat. Okay, 2-arm dumbbell row. Boom, flat back, arms are straight, pinch shoulder blades together, down, right back up, okay? Z press, pretend this is my kettlebell handle, legs are out straight, here, shoulder blade, scoop, here, tuck that elbow in, tight core, press, control it back down, okay? Remember, you have to do those slow and controlled, especially some of you guys got some decent load on that kettlebell. If it's too much weight on the kettlebell, go ahead and go to just a dumbbell. You could even do a double dumbbell variation of that, okay? That's your strength section, and then that's gonna get you right into your Metcon. Metcon's gonna be 3 rounds. This is gonna end up being, depends, it's gonna take time because there's a minute plank involved with it. So no matter what, we're stuck there for 6 minutes. So outside of that, it depends on how fast you got to lunge. You know we had to do lunges this week. We had a good lunge day last week. Now we're going to incorporate it with an overhead. So you got 50-foot overhead lunge step, single arm, 1 minute plank on your right side, 50-foot back of lunges with your left arm, then a left side plank. We're going to repeat that 3 rounds, okay? So remember, overhead position. As I'm coming down into the bottom of that lunge, look, active toe, bottom of lunge, midfoot to heel is where I'm standing. Scoop that shoulder blade, lock this thing out overhead. This is that position. Not arch, not pulling through. Tight core, like somebody's gonna come by and kick you, okay? Straight up, next step, down, touch, boom, up, okay? Then your side plank, when you get down to that end, and tuck on your elbow, feet are stacked. Make sure that elbow is tucked underneath of your shoulder. Don't let it wonk out down here. It's going to drive up with your chest. Tuck feet, up, arm up. Too easy, here, up. Too easy, reach through, up for 1 minute, okay? Then back overhead lunges, and then go to plank on your other side, okay? So something a little bit different, guys. So try to keep that just variety coming through on everything. So hopefully I'm not getting you too bored. Okay, for those of you that are onto our open gym programming, remember that's if you got a barbell, that's where you can be hanging out and playing. 3 rounds for your warm-up, 100-meter run, 5 empty bar power snatch, 5 empty bar overhead squats. Those are important, okay? Those are important because they're probably coming up in the strength section. And they are. Okay, then after that, you guys have a 10-minute EMOM, okay? You have 1 power snatch, 2 overhead squats, start at about 50%. Increase that as much as your form allows. Form takes precedence over this quarantine time, okay? Might as well, we got nothing else to do. Let's work on that. When I get you all back in the gym, then let's start adding some heavy loads to that thing, dropping lots of weight in my facility, okay? It's what I miss most, is loud banging sounds. Then once you're done with that 10 minutes, We have another variation of it. You have another 10-minute EMOB, 3 power snatch, 1 overhead squat, okay? So we have different emphasis, right? The first 10 minutes, really focusing on what can we overhead squat for a double. Then on that second 10 minute, we're focusing on what can we tap and go for 3 power snatch, okay? And then finish it off with that overhead, okay? So those will be the biggest difference. I'm gonna go ahead and have to stand you up here just a little bit. Not too much, okay? Power snatch. We're gonna use an easy bar, okay? Power snatch, okay? Remember wide grip, here, from the ground, here, up into my hips, boom, catch, all right? Side view, boom, here, sit, up, hips, catch, okay? Overhead squat, let that thing drift, down, 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 back up, okay? Those are your movement patterns. When you guys are done with that, you guys are gonna go on to your Metcon. Your Metcon is a 100-meter run, then 100 foot of double dumbbell overhead walk, okay? So double dumbbell overhead walk. So 500 foot, might be 25-foot sections, okay? Whatever you can do, double dumbbell. So take those dumbbells, press them over your head, nice tight core, walk. They can't be together, okay? You can't put them together. That's cheating. It's actually just stabilizing it. And we're working on stabilization through the movement pattern, okay? So we're trying to work on breathing hard and working and fatiguing and keeping form. So there's a lot of stuff going on that one, okay? So your work to rest is 1 to 1. You guys have 8 rounds of that, okay? So go all out. You sprint 100 meters, okay? If you don't want to sprint and you're biking, it'd be 200 meters, okay? If you don't want to do any of that, it would be 30 seconds of single unders, 30 seconds of running in place, 30 seconds of running on one of those little old trampolines. I know some of you guys still have one. That is actually really good cardio, and it's super good on your joints. Guys, don't scoff at some of these things we have, and we might as well use them, right? So go ahead, get after it on that. It could be 30 seconds of jumping jacks. It could be 30 seconds of burpees. You could vary it each round. Basically, we're doing cardio, then we're trying to grab some weight, load it over our head correctly, and walk with it, okay? And then we get to rest, however long it took. If it took me a minute, then I'm gonna rest for a minute. It took me 2 minutes, rest for 2 minutes. So sometimes go slow. It might be the best route, who knows, right? Okay, that's it. So I don't have anything too great. Today was a Monday for me over at our place, but it was neat to start prepping again. Really looking at the end of April, really trying to stay up on the governor's words and the site and making sure, seeing what he's thinking. I'm a little wary of the May 1st start date, but we're going to move forward. We're going to make sure everything's just ready to go. We get to bring that equipment back inside the facility, and we all get to hang out, and that's the main goal, right? Hope you guys had a great day. I think you're great, and that's all. Bye!